Hi everyone, so it's Christmas Eve today, but of course when you watch this video it's gonna be like the day after Christmas or so. But today I've made plans with my family and we're gonna go out, and so I decided to just film this since I'm already doing a makeup look. So today I actually decided to match my makeup with my dress, which is gold. So I did a very simple gold eyes, and I decided to do gold lips because it's very festive and Christmassy. So if you guys want to see how I achieve this look, please keep watching. So these are the products I'll be using in this video. So they are the foundation, concealer, face powder, brow gel, eyeliner, mascara, blush, dark concealer used as a bronzer, lip liner, lipstick, and a primer. So for eyeshadow palette, you can use anything with gold, brown, or black shades. So to start off, I use Revlon colorstay foundation in Toes, and I blended all that in with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. Next, to conceal, I would be using the MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW35, only just where my dark circles are, just to even out my skin tone. Following that would be the Revlon Colorstay Concealer in Medium Moyen. I'll be using this concealer under my eyes, forming the triangle shape on the bridge of my nose, the center of my forehead, and around my mouth, just to brighten up the center of my face. Then I'll be using my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush again to blend all that in like I did with my foundation. Once that is done, I'll be using the Covergirl and Olay Concealer Balm in 360 medium dark to contour the sides of my face and nose and around my forehead. And again, I'll be blending this out with the Expert Face Brush. So that will be all for the base of this makeup look, and so to set that all in, I'll be using my Sephora Mineral Foundation in Matte 1035. Now moving on to the brows, I would be using the NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder in dark brown and brown. The dark brown here is almost used up, so I'll be using the lighter brown instead. So once I got my brows to be filled in the way I want it to be, I'll just go over it with the Catrice Lash and Brow Gel to set it all in place. I don't know why, but I always frown whenever I do my brows. So now comes the exciting part, which is the eyes. So over here, I use the e.l.f. 144 piece bright eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to start off with this bronzy gold shade all over my eyelid. So I pointed at the wrong color over here. It's supposed to be the one just above it. So there's just a more yellowish gold color that I use in the middle of my eyelid to make it pop and look more rounded. And also before all of this, I actually wet my brush so that the color comes out more pigmented and more bold looking. Next, I use a pencil brush and the dark brown shade in the palette to contour my crease. And then I went back in with a little bit of black to darken it up. Following that, I used the e.l.f. eye blending brush and just blend whatever I just did, and picked up a little more of the dark brown and blended in as well. Next, I used this orange color in the palette and applied that above the browns that I used to give it a more warm and blended look. Over here, I'm just going back in with the gold colors that I used to just intensify the colors on my lid. Picking up the same dark brown color, I'm just using my pencil brush to line my lower lash line, and then using the same gold, the bronzy gold color, I'm going to use it to line the inner third of my lash line. So over here, I'm using the Maybelline Lasting Drama Gel Liner in black to line my lash line and my upper and lower waterline. I also did a little cat eye look with this and give it a little flick at the end. Okay, so once my eyeliner is done and it looks the way I want it to be, I moved on to coat my upper and lower lash with the Catrice Glamour Volume Mascara 2 to 3 times. And I really go all the way in from the root to the tip to make it look really voluminous and thick. Okay, so this look is almost done now. I'm just going back in with the light brown shade in the palette to contour where I previously contoured to make it more defined. So I'm also using this large fan brush because I find that it's a lot more easier for me to apply my bronzer because it is really flat and wide and it just fits in perfectly in the hollows of my cheeks. Onto the blush now. I'm using my favorite blush by Catrice in 050 Apropos Apricot. And whenever I put on my blush, I try to blend it a little with my bronzer so there's no too distinct difference between the blush and the bronzer. To finish off the face, I'm using this champagne color to highlight my cheekbones, the center of my nose, and my brow bones. I apologize for the change in the quality of the video because my camera died on me again as usual, but if you guys look to your right, you'll see this little creeper just staring at me, and I didn't even realize she was there until the end of my video, until I started editing it all. And throughout this whole video while I was filming, there was just so much interruptions, but I'll let you guys in on it later. But for now, I use Silky Girl's lip liner in Wine, and I just picked up this new Wet n Wild Megalast lipstick, which is in 911D Stoplight Red. Okay, so that is all for this holiday makeup look number 3. So if you stay tuned all the way till the end, you'll get to see this little mini blooper that I talked about earlier. But I hope you guys love this look, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe while you're at it. Also, feel free to comment on whatever video you would love to see next.